How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all a wild event game. I'm going to go ahead and hide the face cam so we can get right into it. I'm not really sure what happened in this game. This is the first time that this has happened for me, but let's get into the gameplay. So to start this game off, this is, a typical event game. We have Kerry Wood on the mound. I'm working towards grinding out the strikeouts, getting innings pitched with mainly Kerry Wood and Oral Hershiser. I'm looking to prestige those two cards. And maybe John Smoltz. I have John Smoltz in the rotation, but to start this game off, we get 3 straight strikeouts, so that's great. That's going to bring up Craig Biggio, who I got out with. Now we have Larry Walker up. Perfect ground ball through the right side for a base knock. I'm quite a ways away from the prestige Larry Walker. I need, 90-something hits with him in general, so I'll take every single I can get. Here, Gary Sheffield rips up another perfect. So 2 perfect singles in this one. We're going to be able to go from second to third with Larry Walker and then try to advance Gary Sheffield also to second base, but was not able to do so. He might have been out. I'm not really sure. Luckily, we got back, but we didn't score any runs. We get another strikeout to start off the top of the second. So 4 straight strikeouts. Now we have Tony Kemp up, which he was using some silvers, some bronze cards, probably trying to grind out some stats with A's players. He had, Tony Kemp, Mark Canha. He also had Matt Olson in there, face of the franchise. I'm not really sure what missions he was focusing on. I played a couple guys that had Dodgers players in their lineup, but in the bottom of the second, I had probably the worst inning I've had in a while. A leadoff walk, a first pitch swinging with Jackie. I thought that was a hanging 12-6, and it resulted in a double play. Now we have Robin Yount up, and this is a check swing hit. So this is kind of where the game takes a turn. I mean, we don't really get anything going. We only have, 2 base hits, those perfect singles. Later in the bottom of the third inning, I hit a solo shot with Craig Biggio. This is exactly what I'm looking for. A slider low in the zone. And right here, I mean, the opponent kind of just gives up. I don't really know. I mean, I just kept playing the game. I noticed that he started to throw more pitches down the middle. I mean, there with Larry Walker, he throws a sinker down the middle. Now he starts to dive out there. I have no idea. This is the first time that somebody has really just, let me score runs while still playing at the same time. Like, you can tell this guy has his hands on the controller. He's playing the game. He just starts throwing it down the middle, diving with his players out there. I mean, I'll take the stats. I'm going to try and stop at third base with Mickey Mantle here, try and get some RBIs with Gary Sheffield. I mean, I didn't ask this guy to do this. I would never do this for people as well. I would never ask people to boost or to let me get hits or let me get home runs or, run the opposite way with Mickey Mantle, run to left field, and the ball's right there. So I have no idea, but I'm going to take the hits. I probably should have been out with Gary in that situation. We only scored 1 run before this guy started to do this, so I was a little bit confused. I didn't recognize his PSN name. It's not like I'm friends with this guy. I actually checked to see, did this guy send me a message? Are we friends? But I didn't find any of that stuff. So I wanted to just provide this in a video for you all because, well, of course, here with Craig Biggio, he actually would have hit into a double play if he just threw it around the bases there. But still, I mean, this guy was still pitching the ball. It wasn't like he was throwing it down the middle every time. That one was a fastball, a little bit outside. He wasn't just, letting the computer throw the pitch down the plate. This guy was just, I don't know what he was doing. He was letting me score runs, letting me tally up some stats. I'll take it for sure. I just wouldn't recommend doing this. I think some people have gotten in trouble for doing this. I just wanted to show evidence that this was not my intention. I didn't ask him to do this, and he was just, decided, I'll go ahead and throw him some meatballs. We'll give up, 30-something runs. We'll give up 32 runs in this game and continue to score. I mean, I'm not going to include everything. We did hit, a few ground balls through the infield, a few base hits that would have been hits, but he's just piping fastballs down the middle. If anything, this is just going to mess me up. It's going to mess my timing up. He left Roy Oswalt in for 90-something pitches. Here, Craig Biggio is going to score another run, tally another base knock. So he's going to run around in circles as well. I don't know. I don't know what the objective is. He's not going to get anything from doing this. I'm still going to pitch and try and get the strikeouts that I'm looking to get with Kerry Wood. I mean, I don't know. I was just looking to play, a few games of the event in the free time that I had this afternoon, and this is what I got. So, I'll take it for what it's worth, I guess. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just strike out on purpose? I probably will have to do that eventually if this guy will not record an out. So we'll get there. But if we're hitting no doubters, if we're hitting perfect home runs and no doubters, I mean, I guess it's not really boosting. He can't make a play on those ones, but he definitely could have gotten 3 outs already in this one. We're going to hit a couple solo shots with Jim Thome. I need all these hits. I need all these runs. I need all these stats with some of these guys. I don't know if I'd ever prestige Robin Yount, but he smashed a couple home runs in this one right here, playing shortstop, facing the franchise legend. This game was just kind of interesting. We will have a couple more games that we will actually play for real in this video. I just wanted to include, all these highlights. What the heck was this guy doing in the outfield? Maybe he was laughing. Maybe he's having a good time, just running around with his outfilders. But at the same time, I would think, wouldn't you want to get some outs, get some at-bats with your players? I mean, we're at a mercy rule now, so at this point, all I have to do is get 3 more outs, and we won this game. I'm going to leave, Kerry Wood in. I'm trying to use him. I'm trying to pitch with him. But this guy just continued to, let me hit home runs. But 30 runs in 1 inning, I mean, I guess we'll put that as the title. It's not really, impressive or anything. He pretty much let me score 30 runs, or I guess 31 runs, because the first home run that I hit, I would say was legit. I mean, it was a slider, low in the zone. It wasn't like he's piping some fastballs like he is now. But eventually, I'm going to have to strike out. Next 2-strike count I get, I'm probably just going to strike out, especially if I have Jackie Robinson or Robin Yount or even my pitcher up. But nice try out there with left fielder. Makes a diving attempt, and then he forgot the game was going on. So just might as well just put your back to the field, not even pick it up out there. Anyway, Jackie Robinson, 3-2 count was given to him, and I'm going to just try and swing, smash the X button down as hard as I can, so that way I don't get the check swing and we draw a walk or anything like that. Anyway, we're trying to finish this game up. 32-0. We do have, he did get a base hit. He did get a base runner on there. But a couple strikeouts with Kerry Wood to try and finish it off. I'm trying to get as many as I can. I mean, here, I think I got, 7 or 8 Ks in 4 innings, maybe even more than that, but I'll take it. We'll get into a real game here, even though I haven't scored any runs. Like I mentioned in that previous video, I wasn't expecting to do well. I felt like my timing was going to be all jacked up. The guy left his pitcher in. He didn't have any confidence. He didn't have any energy, and that definitely messes up your timing window. My timing's not always consistent anyway, so it took me a few innings to try and get that back, to try and score some more runs, but we do go off the wall here with Jim Thome. We will have some interesting things going on the bases right now, but we're safe all around. We scored a couple more runs, 4-1 after a sac fly and a walk. This guy walked in a run as well, actually walked in the game-tying run, I believe. That's why it was 1-1 out of nowhere, but anyway, we end up scoring 7 in that last one, winning that last one. This next game, though, was against a really good opponent. This game was a pretty tough one. This guy is also following me on Instagram, so he took a picture of the pregame loading screen, said that we matched up, tagged me. I followed him, and this was a great game. I mean, here he ties the game up with Reggie Jackson, a base knock up the middle, only 1 down in the top of the second. I had a pretty good swing with Mickey Mantle in that first inning, but this guy was throwing me off with John Smoltz. He was pitching pretty well so far through this first couple of innings. Here, David Ortiz smashes out a cutter. That was a good pitch. I mean, up and inside, exactly where I wanted it. Dotted it up on the corner, and he sends it deep. So we do have 2 outs in the top of the third. We're 1 pitch away from just getting out of this inning, and Ryan Sandberg is going deep. So back-to-back solo shots on back-to-back pitches. I'm not really sure why I wasn't able to rob that one. It looked like Eric Davis might have had a chance. I tried for it anyway, but didn't have the icon. Very next pitch, 3 homers in a row. Nice. Down by 3, 4-1 game, and all with 2 outs. That's going to happen. I had to go ahead and keep Hershiser in there to finish off that inning. We go with the pinch hitter. He drew a walk. We have Tim LeCastro as a pinch runner, and he's scoring from second. So big 2-out hit as well, trying to manufacture another run, and we do. Here we go deep with Jim Thome later in the bottom of the 4th inning to tie it up, and that was a pretty clutch hit. That was a fastball against Raleigh fingers. I was kind of selling out for that sinker or that fastball, and this opponent mixed in that high forkball, which threw me off a little bit. So I was just selling out for the heat. Here we end up getting out of the inning. 1 pitch or 2 pitches from Aroldis Chapman. I did pick up the signature series Aroldis Chapman. I used him previously, but I sold him, decided to pick him back up because I feel he's really good. And then we go deep with 2 outs. Gary Sheffield, a 3-run homer, and still with 2 outs, same inning, bottom of the 5th, trying to get some insurance runs to close this game out, and Eric Davis goes deep. So what a crazy video. I mean, scored a lot of runs. A lot of them I didn't deserve. The opponent just kind of just gave me 31 runs or 32 runs, however you want to think about it. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Peace out and have a great day.